Okay, okay. So this was running. This has been running for the last 6 years, and there was pH correction. What about the sludge? You can ask me. I mean, in the initial experiment, we said there was only 12% sludge remaining. What about this scaled up plant? There is no sludge. Even after 6 years, even if you go today, they will give a report saying that there is no sludge at all. You should have developed 365 tons into 6 tons of sludge. But now if you go to the industry, they will give you a report, there is no sludge at all. Water is completely evaporated. There is zero disposal. They have achieved zero disposal. They have saved a lot of money on sodium hydroxide. Not only that, they have been using 11,000 square meter earlier. Now it is reduced to 4,000 square meter. So about 75% of space that is very valuable in industrial point of view is released, and there is no sludge, there is no SLF requirement. They save a lot of money. Not only that, we also did some work on other applications of algae, because industry, the next question industry will ask is, now industries have started asking from the beginning itself, is what to do with the biomass. Can we produce biofertilizer? Can we produce aquaculture feed? Can we produce chemicals? Can we produce biodiesel? Can we produce biogas? Can we produce biomethanol, bioethanol, biogas, and electricity, or just dry it and use it as a fuel in furnaces and replace coal? These are all the questions asked by industry. So for that, we always do have some answers. Our students do a lot of experiments. So while this was going on, we did a lot of experiments with this organism. We found that this organism can be a very good source of food for fish, directly and indirectly, and it can be a very good source of biofertilizer. So these results have given the industry a courage to go into developing products from the algae that is harvested. They developed 2 products. One is aquaculture feed, and another one is biofertilizer. They are making $2.5 million per year now, right now, which is not coming under tax, because in India, effluent treatment and waste, after waste, whatever it comes, you generate, it is not taxable. So that's why I always say that if you go along with the nature, nature will give back to you a lot of things. But if you go against nature, even a very small percentage, that will come back to you in large multiples, which you cannot bear, you cannot manage. So that is the moral of the story. But the story doesn't end here. So what next slide? What is the time? I have 5 minutes more. Plenty of time. Okay. So this is again another interesting story I want to tell you about. So this normally algae are found suspended in effluent, but we also found that algae growing on the surface of the evaporating surface, a slimy layer is formed. We thought this is going to reduce evaporation, because the industry also requires evaporation, more evaporation. If the algae can form a layer and reduce evaporation, that is not a good thing at all. So we thought this layer of algae which is formed, a mat of algae which is formed on the surface, is going to interfere with better evaporation. So what we did is we scrapped the whole thing and then followed the evaporation from the next day. To our surprise, we found that there was 50% drop in evaporation. So these poor algae, they not only correct the pH, they not only remove the sludge, they also facilitate better evaporation. So nowadays we don't remove the slime that is formed on the surface. We allow, although it may not look beautiful and all that, but we allow it works. Next one. So this is how it looks today. Now next, other tanks are now empty and it is used for some other purpose. Next, I think you can skip all this. And another important thing I want to tell you is, when there is rain, you cannot run. And what they have done is, when there is rain, there is a valve system that will shut down the whole process, and the surface will be used as a rainwater harvesting surface. So according to their calculations, if they collect for 1 year, whenever there is rain,